recording. I'm recording. Yay! Alright, I don't know what the view is, but I am headed to a vacant. This was as soon as possible vacant because it was not securable. So, while I may not have to pick any locks to get in, those are more dangerous because obviously somebody could have spent the night. It's 10 o'clock in the morning in this area. Try to do these types of calls between certain times, like 9 to 12-ish, because in the afternoon you have the teenagers out of school and it's just a different ball game. So we are headed to it now, so we will see you on site to see what we have. Alright guys, let's go. Let's hope it's open because I'm not bringing my picks with me. Storage room doors open. Loose. No. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Lost a nest. Okay, gotta go get the picks. I thought they said it was unsecured. I could almost bypass that, loose door lock. Let's give that a try first. So, let's use the flathead for that. And I'll go ahead and grab my picks. I hate slamming doors. So 9 times out of 10, it's just going to be the doorknob. But it is what it is, right? There is a little, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull, I don't think that pulls back. There's no real easy way to do this. try that way. Alright. So I'm only trying it on this door since it's loose because this is a very unstable camera. Wait, I got a spider. So, bear with me. It's actually clipped onto my, spiders, multiple. It's actually clipped onto my bag that's hanging on the door. Choosing this door because it's the least likely to be deadbolted, even though it's loose on the door. If this was a quick set, it would be fairly easy to trip the little mechanism, but because this is just a square shaft, it is hard unless you have a really thin pair of pliers. And I'm talking about like needle nose, and even then there's a chance that you'll kind of scratch the metal. Being stubborn, these do have security pins in the knobs. I feel like it's kind of going into a false set here. And I'm not using a, oh, there it goes. I'm not using a hook. Of course, that's to the locked position. So I'm going to have to move the camera around here and get my plug follower out of the bag. Or plug spinner, I guess I should say. Hold on. Stuff's falling out. Oh, I've still got that best core I've got to be careful. Talked about it on Twitter last week. I was able to pick the locked door to control. First time I used Peterson. Some of my old, hadn't bought any in a while, been meaning to get a new set, but the Peterson tension wrenches designed. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay, guys, that's what happens when you're not fucking paying attention. This is called irritating. Because now I gotta pick it again. And I feel like I gotta get a little lucky that first time. It's still in a set though, I think. Let's keep our fingers crossed here. I'd probably be doing a lot better if this spider wasn't over here looking at me. Okay, yeah, it's in a false set except for one pin. It's that little spool pin that's either in 1, 3, or 5. Because that's where they are in these locks. I should probably just go ahead and try to pick it. Look out. Try to pick it to the right direction so we don't have any more mishaps. It's not picking it real well. Oh shit, I just dropped my plug follower. It is not picking real well. In the opposite direction though. Much better feedback to the locked position. Damn it. Alright, let's just go ahead and dog. Puppy. Yeah, I'm just raking right now. kind of. Alright, I hear somebody close by. JPD. I wonder if the cops called the neighbor, or the neighbors called the cops. It happened. Alright guys, what happens when you're not paying attention, whenever it's a bad thing to relock your plug because of a failed plug spin, because you invariably never freaking get it back open. I may have to go get my hook to get past. Give it a few right. Up there it goes. Okay. Now. Alright. I'm going to hold the knob steady too. You have to get your spinner all the way in, and if there's a deep cut, that can give you a problem. Alright, and spin. Okay, moment of truth, right? Let's verify one thing before I go in. Clear. Okay, are these not prison style beds? There's our back door, there's our front door. Let's leave it locked. Let's just back door. Deadbolt locked. Huh. Let's see if the deadbolt was locked on the front door, and then we'll cut this. Deadbolt was locked on the front door. Made the right call. Yay, Jason. Alright, time to pull them. Use my poker tool. Next. Ew, I don't want to put this down. door slam closed and it dropped my you know, what am I trying to say? Thingamajigger. Can't see it, but I'm poking the pin on the doorknob. Alright, let's go check out this storage room. Normally I try to close and lock the back door while I'm outside. No, there's no TV in there. But, yeah, not doing that this time. Get all the way in. Nasty. Okay.
$246A.
Unless I'm doing random, you know, in the shop, just keying up cylinders for any reason, I will, from now on, I'm going to be, and I kind of already started, but just to FYI, I'm going to take the locks apart and then I'm going to key them up. I don't want any key information out there, even though I make also great strives to not show addresses or anything like that, but as a further security measure, we are gonna, I'm looking for fleas on my legs. From now on, I'm gonna take the locks apart and then just go ahead and key them up. Well, shim them, because a lot of people have asked me about shimming, why I shim, and that's because there are no keys for any of these locks. So I'm going to open them, shim, re-key off camera, and put them back on. So that's how pretty much all future videos are going to be. Whoa, come back here. Sorry to disappoint, but that is all in the sake of the privacies. Again, it would be literally impossible to identify some locations, but since there is a faint possibility that could always happen, we will not be showing any key bitting, which involves rekeying the actual locks. Here's the one I got into. It is already picked, so if I'm careful, I can get that clip off and leave it, yeah, leave it picked like that. And let's see, I need my, oh, here they are, my shimming set. These are all quick sets, so I had a whole thing of shims. Let's break in a new shim. How about we? Oh, come back. Break in a brand new shim. These can get stuck together, so if your shim seems unusually tight, then just
make sure you don't have two. Alright, so blank in all the way is on the 5th wafer. Start to pull it out and it rides down the ramp of the tip. As I fill the gap, I push it forward 1, keep pulling out, push it forward. So that's the 4th chamber. Okay, I passed the 3rd, so I'm going to push back in, and I can feel it right here. So I push in, I pull back out. There we go. So that was chamber 3. This is 2. I'm going to go in and out, and when I pull out, we got it. So you just repeat that by however many cylinders you have. So that's 5, 4, 3. 3 is on Defiance. 3 is a spool pin, so that can trick you up a little bit. It'll only go a little bit instead of a lot of bit. And also this one does have heavy corrosion. There we go. Past 3. 2 is usually kind of weird because you're getting to the front, and then 1 usually you can just wiggle the key back and forth. Oh, being careful not to undo your work. Uh-oh, I undid my work. Oh shit, the sun just hit my back. Okay, I need to lubricate this one because it's pretty... What the hell? Shim's out. Alright, get back in there. I'm going to use the other side of the shim. And we have 5. 4. 3, that spool. I think it went all the way past it that time. And there we go, 4-1, or 2-1. So, this is, yesterday was kind of, it's Wednesday today, and yesterday was kind of our Monday, so we have quite a few appointments set up today. Had a few that we had to knock out yesterday. Not too bad. Mostly spam calls that left messages over the weekend, so hopefully all those who called heard the message and were like, well, and then maybe when we're busy today, because we did have a lot of appointments scheduled yesterday for today. So basically back in the groove. And yes, I am trying to get my video up. I've got so many little clips and so many GoPro clips and so many, I use 2 phones for recording, so it's pretty tough to tie that together. But I know most of you don't care because most of you are just here to see me play with locks. But since I have all the footage, I am going to do a video on our Gulf Shores trip. It does have 2 locks in there. 2 mentions of locks. Okay, here we go. Done with that, and I'm going to rekey. Point out one thing though, when I get the new key and I put it in there, and make sure that it is a different key, and obviously this is a different key than what's in there. And then once you rekey it, take your key and obviously try, but if you had the old key, say if we did have an old key, try your old key and your newly keyed lock at least once, just to make sure. You never know when a weird, somebody may have put a master wafer in there that you missed. Alright guys, so we are done. As much as you can flame Defiant or any of that type of lock, if you take into account the speed in which you can rekey the locks, because they're clips and because the knobs just, you know, slip on, they're really kind of wonderful in that aspect compared to, say, you know, Schlage or Weiser, old Weiser, where you had to worry about unscrewing it and tightening the cap back down just right. You know, you push a button, or unscrewing the whole knob for that matter. These, you just push a thing on the edge of the door, Flip the knob off, unscrew 2 screws in the deadbolt, pop these clips off, rekey them, put them back in, slip the knob back on the door. Of course, make sure they're tight like I did on that other door, and you are like done. So yeah, it took me about 5 or 6 minutes to rekey all these after I had shimmed them, and you can get in and out on these jobs even with 3 or 4 doors fairly quick, which is a good thing to be able to get done and on to the next project, which my next project is going back to the shop to restock on invoices. Yes, even though it's merely a rental, I do lubricate so there aren't any future problems. And don't have future tenants complaining about stuff. There's my message on what to do with the keys. Alright. I'm going to do this one last, so I'm just going to set these right here. Oh no, battery low. That means I need to hurry. Let those just hang out. Okay, there's my message. This one I'll go ahead and do. See, much quicker. Much quicker. Sounds like I got my message on what to do with the keys. So that's good. Two screws and a pokey thing. Can't beat that. Just always tug on the knob. Make sure it's good. Make sure it's secured. trying to beat the GoPro battery. Always make sure your keys lock and unlock it, and pull out both times. So you're gonna lock, unlock, about 4 times. And lastly, this fella, this fella right here, it's kind of hard to get to. This board does not fit real well in the frame. Hopefully the deadbolt locks. But I'm not overly concerned because you can break the window and reach through if you lock yourself out. So, not a real big deal security wise. And then it's probably why that window right beside us is broken, which I'll show you in just a sec as we're leaving. Almost no point having a... Come on. Tighten one side a little too much. Almost no point having a even a door lock here, because this window literally is an easy arm length away. And you can just break it like somebody did and flip it open. As evidence of that. Not very far. Not very far at all. But anyway, we are done. Just make sure the deadbolt locks at least. It does. Hold on. Watch this wall. Gotta lift up on the door. That's common in Mississippi. Alright, we're all done. Let me see what I gotta do with the keys. I gotta hide them up here. Where do you want to hide them? You want to hide them underneath that red bucket? They'll be picked up by the time here in a little bit, so let's just hide them right under the red bucket. There they are. Here I go. Alright, catch y'all next video. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you don't mind my new security, which actually, again, it's not new. I've been doing it, but just wanted to point it out in case somebody says, how come you didn't show them rekeying? Yeah, guys, no more keys for on-site stuff. For no other reason, for just extra security. Because that's what we're all about, right? Security. No addresses. That probably showed the address, so I may have to do having to do a lot of cropping and cutting on these videos. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. We'll catch y'all next video. No big deal on this one, just another Vacant. See ya.